28 strangest and ugliest animals in the world. Some animals on this list can be considered painfully ugly. Others, due to some unusual characteristics, become funny. Others, like the axolotl salamander, are very cute, and it makes you want to have one at home. These strange animals arouse our curiosity, whether due to their rarity or unconventional physical features. 1. Dust Dumbo. Scientific name, Cirroteuthis umbellata. Where it lives, deep waters of the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. Because they live at abyssal depths, between 3,000 and 7,000 meters below the sea surface, dumb octopuses are little known. They are small, they are usually 20 centimeters. Its name comes from the similarity of its fins to the Disney character's ears. 2. Mole snake, scientific name, Atratochuana izelti, where it lives, Madeira River Basin, between the Brazilian state of Pará and Bolivia. This type of blind snake was discovered in 2011 during construction work on the Santo Antônio hydroelectric plant on the Madeira River. It is, according to scientists, the largest amphibian without lungs ever known, reaching more than 80 centimeters. How does she breathe? Through the skin. 3. Saiga. Scientific name, Saiga tatarica. Where it lives, Russia, Kazakhstan, and Mongolia. This species of very curious-looking antelope, which once had millions of individuals spread across the Eurasian region, is now at serious risk of extinction due to rampant hunting. Its horn is valuable. It is estimated that today, there are only 50,000 copies left. 4. Axolotl salamander. Scientific name, Ambystoma mexicanum. Where it lives, some lakes in Mexico. This animal, so cute, doesn't even look real. It is a species of salamander, therefore an amphibian, whose characteristic is never to go beyond the larval stage, living in water throughout its life. It's as if the axolotl never wanted to grow up. In the Azteca language, axolotl means water monster. Calling him a monster is perhaps a bit of an exaggeration. 5. Proboscis monkey, scientific name, Nasalis larvatus. Where it lives, tropical forests of Borneo, an island located in the Indian Ocean. If it weren't for the big nose, this monkey with its beautiful fur would certainly not be on this list. But the fact is that you cannot ignore this curious detail, to say the least. Only males develop this big nose, responsible for amplifying the sound they emit to attract females during mating season. 6. Sea lamprey, scientific name, Petromyzon marinus. Where it lives, North Atlantic Ocean, Mediterranean Sea, and Great Lakes, USA and Canada. When we see animals of this type, it becomes easier to understand where horror film directors went to find inspiration for their monstrous creatures. In fact, sea lampreys, which can measure up to 90 centimeters in length, are visually frightening. Do you know how they feed? With their mouths, they stick to fish to suck their blood. 7. Naked mole rat, scientific name, Heterocephalus glaber. Where it lives, Somalia, Ethiopia, and Kenya. An animal stranger than the naked mole rat is about to be born, which spends most of its life underground. Scientists have discovered that this species of rodent supports extremely low levels of oxygen by releasing fructose into the bloodstream. 8. Babirusa, scientific name, Babirusa celebensis. Where it lives, Sulawesi Island, Indonesia. What makes the Babirusa such a strange pig is certainly its additional horns, which come out of the middle of the animal's nose. This characteristic makes it a unique mammal in the world. The most curious thing about this animal is that these horns are, in reality, its upper canines, which over time pierce the animal's skin and curve towards the eyes. Pretty crazy, right? 9. Pichichiego minor, scientific name, Chlamyphorus truncatus, where it lives, plains of Argentina. The lesser Pichichiego is the smallest species of armadillo in the world, measuring between 84 and 117 millimeters without the tail. Its beautiful pink shell draws attention. During the day, it remains hidden in its burrow, from where it only comes out at night to hunt ants and insects. 10. Star-nosed mole. Scientific name: Condylura cristata, where it lives. Swamps and humid regions of eastern North America. This strange mole is usually around 20 centimeters long and preferentially feeds on insects and small invertebrates, being able to dig tunnels and swim with ease. Its ugliness has a function. Those 22 fleshy snout tentacles serve as super powerful sensory receptors that can identify prey in half a second. 11. Mole helmet turtle. Scientific name: Pellichellis cantori. Where it lives: rivers in Southeast Asia. This is one of the largest freshwater turtles in the world, whose shell can reach 1 marmi in length. The heaviest individual of this species ever found was around 100 kilos. Threatened with extinction, its appearance is quite rare. 12. Okapi. Scientific name: Okapi johnstoni. Where it lives: tropical forests of northeast Zaire, Africa. A mix of horse, zebra, and giraffe. This is the okapi, one of the most curious animals in the world. Despite having the size of a horse, 2.5 millimeters long and 1.5 millimeters high at the shoulder, it belongs to the same family as giraffes, Giraffidae. To feed, okapis use their long, black tongue, with which they tear leaves from trees and bushes, just like giraffes. 13. Irrawaddy dolphin. Scientific name: Orca brevirostris. Where it lives: coast of many Southeast Asian countries. These dolphins draw attention due to some physical aspects that differentiate them from the dolphins we are used to. First, the large folds, caused by the flexibility of the neck, and then the protruding head, which causes the forehead to extend beyond the mouth. An adult individual can reach 2.5 meters in length and 140 kilos. 14. Scientific name: Daubentonia madagascariensis. Where it lives: tropical forests and mangroves of Madagascar. This relative of the lemur can reach a maximum of 44 centimeters, not counting the tail. It has nocturnal habits, spending much of the day sleeping in the treetops. Legend has it that these beings are evil and use their long nails to pierce people's hearts while they sleep. But the truth is that these small primates are harmless and preferentially feed on larvae, fruits, and nuts. 15. Fossa. Scientific name: Cryptoprocta ferox. Where it lives: forests of Madagascar. Fossas are the largest carnivorous mammals on the island of Madagascar, and are one of their favorite prey. This is because, like cats, fossas can climb trees. They are solitary, have nocturnal habits, and if you count the tail, can reach 80 centimeters in length. 16. Colugo. Scientific name: Cynocephalus volans. Where it lives: tropical forests of some Philippine islands. Known as the Philippine flying lemurs, these animals draw attention for their incredible ability to glide at a distance of approximately 100 meters. Among gliding mammals, the Philippine colugo has the largest membrane, which is the type of wing that allows it to jump from one tree to another. 17. Elephant seal. Scientific name: Mirunga angustirostris. Where it lives: coastal waters of the North Pacific Ocean. It's easy to imagine why this marine mammal, a relative of the seal, got the name elephant. These animals spend 90% of their lives in water, being able to swim more than half a kilometer deep. The remainder of the time is spent on land for reproduction. An adult male can weigh more than 2 tons. 18. Red-mouthed batfish. Scientific name: Ogcocephalus darwini. Where it lives: near the Galapagos Islands in the Pacific Ocean. Anyone who wants to see this curious-looking fish has to go diving near the Galapagos Islands. But you should look down there, as this little fish lives in the reefs or in the sandy soil at the bottom of the sea, not going much deeper than 100 meters. 19. Zebra duiker. Scientific name: Cephalophus zebra. Where it lives: forests of Central West Africa. The small duikers, which measure half a meter and weigh 20 kilos, are solitary antelopes that only come together in pairs for mating. Due to the destruction of forests in countries such as Côte d'Ivoire and Sierra Leone, this species is now very close to extinction. 20. Plains raid tenreque. scientific name, Hemicentites semispinosus. Where it lives, tropical forests in the east of the island of Madagascar. Madagascar is definitely an island full of curious animals. The little tenreque is just one more on the list, and perhaps the smallest of all. These animals are on average 14 centimeters long and weigh 80 to 150 green. 21. Goblin shark, scientific name, Mistucurina ostoni. Where it lives, different parts of the world. Finding an animal like this in the sea must be a terrifying experience. It is possible for a person to die of fright before being attacked, but rest assured, these animals are quite rare. Furthermore, they live at depths of more than 1,000 meters. Its protruding jaw stands out, which, as it is connected to the skull only by cartilage, protrudes when it strikes. 22. Sea pig, scientific name, Scotoplanes globosa. Where he lives, in very deep areas of all odanes. Like other echinoderms, sea pigs, which got their name due to their shape, are marine animals and invertebrates. They measure between 3 and 10 centimeters and live in abyssal areas of the oceans, 3 or 4,000 meters. These little legs are appendages that are used precisely for moving around on the seabed. 23. Yeti crab, scientific name, Kiwa hirsuta. Where it lives, great depths of the South Pacific. Have you ever heard of the Yeti, the abominable snowman? Well, know that at the bottom of the sea lives a species of crustacean that bears this name. But the similarity is only due to the hair. This hairy crab can be found more than 2,000 meters deep, living in complete darkness. 24. Blue dragon, scientific name, Glaucus atlanticus. Where it lives, in all oceans. This type of sea slug is super small, measuring just 4 centimeters. Despite this animal can be more dangerous to humans than many gigantic animals. This is because the blue dragon feeds on poisonous cnidarians, such as the caravel, storing its poison. Therefore, touching it can be a very risky experience. 25. Jerboa, scientific name, Jaculus jaculus. Where it lives, deserts and steppes of Asia, Eastern Europe, and North Africa. At around 10 centimeters, the jerboa looks like a mouse, but it has an ability that rats don't have, jumping more than 3 meters in height. Yes, jerboas are rodents that, when they need to move quickly or are scared, are capable of surpassing the 2.45 meter height of Cuban athlete Javier Sotomayor, world record holder in high jump. 26. Pig snout turtle, scientific name, Caratocheles insculpta. Where it lives, rivers and lakes in northern Australia and southern New Guinea. This curious species of turtle has a large body, reaching half a meter in length as an adult and weighing more than 20 kilos. Its nose, whose shape resembles a pig's snout, has sensory receptors that are very useful for locating prey in murky waters. 27. Dropfish, scientific name, Cycrolutes marcatus. Where it lives, coast of Australia. The dropfish, also known as blobfish, has a very curious and even somewhat disgusting appearance. His curved mouth gives the impression that he is always upset about something. It is a deep-sea fish and can withstand enormous pressure. It was elected in 2013 by the Ugly Animals Preservation Society as the ugliest fish in the world. Do you agree? And lastly on the list of the 28 strangest animals in the world. 28. Thorny devil, scientific name, Horrible Moloch. Habitat, Australian desert. If you ever visit the Australian desert and come face to face with this reptile, you can rest assured it is very small, approximately 20 centimeters, and harmless. His favorite dish is ants. Thank you for watching and subscribe to the channel and leave your like.